Всім привіт! Продовжуємо проходження вільне 2. Привіт, везунчик Віктор від безодня. Я все в порядку. Ось завершив недавно бліцбіатлон. Тепер можна ходити далі.
I'm all ears. Tell me what's on your mind. They're there in my head when I sleep. And sometimes I can taste them on the back of my tongue like a... You need me, I'll be 2 whoops in a...
Нічого нового. Так, хто тут ще? О.
I would not have guessed I would find myself back with the Watcher of Cadnua, much less at the order of Akanta. I know that you did not intend for misfortune to befall me, and I appreciate what you said in Queen's Birth. Perhaps this time will go better for both of us. You only have to ask. After we parted ways,
Каже, куди вона
I
пішла.
returned to the Republics and reported to the Duke's bells.
А, вона вже говорила. Здається, що не
I
повернулась.
failed to complete my mission and had no
Республіку.
excuses. The Republics had lost a golden opportunity to trade with the Glanfathens, and the Dukes were furious. They exiled me from the Brotherhood, scoured the suns from my breastplate, put me on a ship to raid Ceres. Diverus, I was lucky to escape with my life. I worked as a guard. Caravans, ships, wealthy merchants. I did not discriminate. After my exile, both my purpose and my pride were gone. The years have taken me from the eastern reach to the Deadfire. Some would say it is fate that has brought us together again, Watcher. But you must already know what I think. It is just luck. Time will tell if it is good or ill. Well, even if he has taken a special interest in you, I doubt he is any less mad than I predicted. And I doubt Bareth and the other gods will consider your debt to them fulfilled. Merla, all of it. But this is just the same as before, no? The gods are playing their games and leaving us to settle the wager.
Приблизно те саме.
We need to find a way to turn the tables on them, you and I. Diverus. Where I am assigned is of no concern to me. But I do think the Deadfire can be profitable for the Republics. If the Dukes need me here, I am glad to serve them. Good. I have no concerns, Watcher.
Бувай. Так, тут ще.
What are we standing around for?
Casita, I'm glad we have this chance to talk. I have not properly thanked you for taking me away from that place. That shop and my apprenticeship were like a diving bell, dragging me all the way to the bottom with barely enough air to survive. Arkemir was fond of tormenting me. If he had taught me anything of substance, I might even have endured his wretched company a while longer. In any case, now I am free to study the world, and it is because of you. So, now I will say it. Agrasima. What a question. Arkemir is... elusive. That flamboyant house of his? It is all a performance, a mask that people will not think to peer beneath. I had a sneaking suspicion that he knows more about magic than the rest of the circle combined. Or maybe he is just an accomplished liar. I may never know the truth. Right now, I desire nothing more than to enjoy my liberation. I will worry about the problems of the world as they come. I came to the archipelago as a groveling apprentice. One day, I hope I will leave it with a speck more dignity than that. What more could you desire to know, Casita? You assume a great deal, Casita. When they are not striding across an island, the gods concern me about as much as Eora's moons. Religion was never very important to me. I do not expect that to change now that the gods have revealed their petty, narrow-minded ways. When Andra floods our boat, I will be there with a bucket. When Helia sends birds after our sail, I will be there with a gun. Do not ask me to pray. I heard a member of your crew whispering of this, but I am pleased to have it confirmed. Knowing this forbidden truth, does it change anything for you? Perfetto. If the gods are not as legitimate as we once assumed, does this make them any less our gods? Does it make your Ardra Colossus retrace his steps back to Cadnua? As far as revelations go, this one is not very poignant for me. Maybe I'm just the wrong audience. Nothing takes me by surprise. Not if it means I must submit to a bickering council of madmen plotting against each other. If I ever scribed a spell, it would be the best-kept secret in Eora. Only I would enjoy the satisfaction of knowing it. Fascina's mirthless laugh. Fascina's prickling pox. No, I have it. Fascina's withering glare. I like the sound of that.
Ці маги.
Ask away, Casita. Always Constantine hovers over me, asking to recommend him exciting books, as if I would ever touch fiction.
Captain. Or should I call you the Watcher of Cadnua? I confess that title. Something of a mouthful. This and that. Your involvement in Duke Avar's hearings on animancy and the aftermath brought you to the attention of animancers across the Reach. How very informal of you. I think I would prefer something a bit more decorous. Captain it is, then. When you took me aboard, you neglected to mention that you were in pursuit of a rampaging deity. I appreciate the apology, but it's unnecessary. The Blue Colossus may be one of the defining events of the age. I count myself fortunate to bear witness to your investigation. Speaking of, let us return to it, yeah?
Як скажеш. Те, що не вміє говорити. Точніше, говорить не по-нашому. Так.
Great and terrible things are at work. And once again, you seem to be in the middle of it. The Rawatayans we passed will doubtless spread word of what you've done in Hasongo. But others will want to know what you've seen. They'll look to you for answers. You make it sound so simple. Don't you worry what will come next? What events you might move forward? It reminds me of the question that drew me to the Deadfire. The one I've been avoiding. I promised to tell you what I was doing among the Animancers at Port Marge. As you may have guessed, I was observing them, gathering information on the various animancy operations in the region. Animancy is a subject of particular interest to the Leaden Key. Through it, I hope to pick up the trail. That's where it gets complicated. After that incident in Old Valia, I thought more about the Leaden Key and its particular composition. It's existed for over 2,000 years. Say what you will about its motives and methods, but that's an impressive tenure. That's when I realized how short-sighted I'd been. To think I could undo the Leaden Key without understanding how it works. By studying its origins, of course. I found references to an ancient Leaden Key cabal in the Deadfire. Possibly one of the oldest, if accounts are credible. And they appear to have been working
полює за цим
independently,
культом,
without
Leaden Key.
direct intervention from Theos, for almost 2 millennia. There's the challenge. Most sources refer to them as the Painted Masks. But I haven't met anyone here who knows that name. Truly? Then perhaps we'll
Już
find
wyślę
something
coś.
there. Thank you. Anyway, it's late. I suppose that's enough from me.
I got time. Wasn't what I expected, I know that much. I had this idea that maybe I'd get along with him. Either 'cause he was like his mom, or 'cause he was like, But it was like somebody talked him out of his personality. And when he looked at you, you got the feeling he was looking at someone a long ways behind you. It's not his fault. He's alone out here. And his mom was such a force. If she was so sure of herself, she'd have had that co-leader following her. Hard to replace something like that.
Я так і не розумію, він його син чи ні? Той Бёрн. Бірн. Як його там кликати? І він ще сам не в курсі. Коли що не можна клікати на персонажа, треба клікати на низ.
Captain, a word? You've spoken to Aethys, which means you know what we're up against. If the fleet sailed up to him and fired every cannon at once, I imagine we'd have a fighting chance at taking a chip off his kneecap. There's no stopping him, is there? If that's a joke, it's a poor one. I suppose there's a certain appeal to recognizing the inevitable. We don't have to waste our breath trying to stop it. It reminds me of the first time I shot to kill. There he stood, a pirate captain barking orders from the forecastle. Out of everyone's range but mine. The wind toyed with us. I took aim, never thinking I'd make the shot, but then I felt this awareness, like someone out there was aiming me. A cannon blast took me by surprise. I squeezed off a shot, expecting it to fly wide, but the bullet took my target between his eyes. I don't know if Bareth kicked open a door or the Sky Mother held my hand, but that man was meant to die. I've got that same feeling now. Better or worse, I know that Aethys is meant to succeed. Hope I didn't take the wind out of your sail. Whether or not we can change anything, at least we can say we were there. That's more than most people get.
Так, я з тобою давно не говорив.
I don't be having a whole lot of rules, Captain Watcher. Really only got the one. I don't slave. Nor be your servant on any cog-swabbing ship that does. Savvy? Do it again, and I shove off. You've been helping them though, ain't you? Just as good as doing yourself. As for the Principe, they'd be my problem to deal with.
Можна вигнати його. Бо я допомагав їм, я ж не допоміг їм, тільки сказав, що зроблю, я не допоміг, а він уже такий злий.
Here's hoping you don't.
Напевно, був колись рабом. Ми ж намагаємося, точніше, коли прийдемо туди, спробуємо звільнити, якщо здасться. Тим самим ми приймемо сторону, напевно. Елден. До речі. Аж ми ще після того бою не відновились.
I thought Aethys was too busy kicking over islands to blunt his teeth with mortals. What say? You must take something from all this idle chatter with the gods. And you knew things he did not. Ah. For what does he listen to you, then? The gods I know are tight of lip and hard of hearing. I could not imagine the inner workings of a god. But then, I am not meant to. It is for mortals to flail in the darkness, I say, while gods point us toward light. To be worshipped, to have others interpret your design. Such a burden, and mortals demand it so. For what should a god worry about such cares, when theirs is the hand on the tiller? Were I a god? Kara, such a question. The tribes brought me this far. Is it... must I not also shoulder their burden as they did mine? At least Aethys has you to keep him in check. What happens when we catch up to him is something for future Tekehu to worry about.
Scratch under the wet clay of any artist and you hatch a lifetime of fear and doubt.
Знову вмішується.
My boy doesn't fear the gods. He only fears what he'll compromise by living up to his potential. But isn't it easier to let sculptures represent you? Poor thing. Nothing he does could disappoint me. But that is a mother's prerogative.
Agrasima, Casita, for taking me on.
Угу. Так, треба щось їм дати поїсти. Так, тут, в принципі, все таке собі. Точно треба тільки Major, Healing і Miraculous. Ну звісно, ця читерська штука. Хоча не така вона читерська. Стоп, владу всіх умінь. Таке читерська. Привіт, Тарас. Так, прилетів листочок від кого? Від королеви накази. Ясно, хочу, щоб я побував на... Блін, я ж недавно був. Ні, стоп, не недавно, я повернувся з Хасонгу. Королева хоче бачити. Давайте завітаємо на королеву. Пригодний підйом вгору.
Hey, Pallegina, I know you're kind, you can't have children. But would you have wanted them?
Ach, it is because I cannot give my country children that I give them so much of the life I have.
When I was younger, I took it for granted I'd have them one day. Free labor. But a lot of time passed before I knew it. Hardly gave it a thought until now.
You are not getting any younger. I know you do not like thinking, Adair, but maybe it's time to start.
My brothers and sisters have set sail for Nikitaka.
I thought the tribes needed them to calm the weather.
A greater storm surrounds this place. We must answer the call of the Kahanga. If the outsiders do not trample us first, the Green God will surely do it for them.
Do not speak this way, my love.
Вона тут. До.
You return intact. Nagati is not always kind to those who travel upon her domain. A messenger from the jaws of Tangaloa speaks with the voice of wisdom and change, I say. It is fitting that yours should be the voice that tells of Hasongo's fate. What did you see there? The snakes are on edge. Where comes this new boldness? Far be it for me to complain if they make trouble for outsiders. What of Aethys? If you know why he terrorizes the Deadfire, speak on. If Aethys makes for Magrin's teeth, I say the Rathun will grind him to dust for the praise of their warrior matron. Even if they fail, it will be an enemy cleared from my plate. This is the gratitude of Nagati, I say.
А, то ми свої ці імена тоді.
The fiery children of Magrin, devoted to their mother with a fanatic zeal. Bothersome, but the least of my troubles now. From Port Mage to Hasongo to Magrin's teeth, Aethys follows a rich vein of Adra. It takes him northeast to more interesting territory. In the deepest memory of the tribes, we have told stories of Magrin's teeth. Embellished sailors' fables, Akira, but not without some truth. My people speak of treacherous seas, lakes of fire, and the ancient warriors hammered to life on Magrin's anvil. Ashen Maw is the grandest and most accessible of the peaks. It is the sharpest tooth in Magrin's jaw. Prepare yourself for a fight. If you make preparations in Nekataka, I say we can help each other. I must keep the city's peace, and I have only so many arms and eyes. While the Deadfire screams, I would see Nekataka outlast the storm to come. What I need is a lasting peace that will outlive my dynasty. But I will accept peace of mind for now. What do you know of my water shapers, Herald of Bereth? Akira, and a heavy burden it is for so few to carry. My water shapers are the levy holding back Rawatai's advance. An adept standing at the prow of a war canoe is enough to send the fleet scrambling for the shallows. This reminds me. I owe the Hazanui a basket of koiki in remembrance of the Battle of Nakaro Atoll.
Угу. Ясно. І водошейпери, майстри води. Не майстри, це як це вони називають. Ті, що зліплюють. Ті, що ліплять чогось щось. Не знаю, як називають. В тому випадку їх називають майстри. Настільки сильні, що можуть подавити цілий флот.
The voices of the dead echo through Tangaloa's mouth, wailing of their missteps in life. I merely ask the Hazanui to listen.
Це музичка. Угу.
While the problems of Aethys and overindulgent admirals plague these waters, I have summoned the masters of water shaping to Nekataka. Now would be the time to confer with Guildmaster Myru, but she does not answer my summons. It is too early to grow a forest from this coconut, but I would not dispatch you if I felt at ease. The guild can suffer no setbacks. If Myru shirks her duties, her queen would know the reason. Nagati, do not abandon us now.
З гільдмастером поговоримо.
Hello there! Come to have a word? I don't bite, I promise. Yes? Gladly, my friend. Gladly. And how kind of you to ask. I am the youngest son of a noble house. Now, don't make that face. Poor, desperate fool, you must be thinking. Well, waste not your sympathies on me. Truly, I consider it a boon rather than a punishment. All the comfort and none of the responsibility. What's not to like about that? What else brings faraway travelers to the archipelago? Adventure. I've nursed a great love for heroic tales since my boyhood. As I was loafing about my father's estate, I thought, well, Gervard, isn't it time you made a name for yourself as well? So here I am. And though I dare say I'm little use in a fistfight, I can do a fair bit of magic and draw a lovely map. So I've taken to charting the interior wilderness of the Deadfire's larger islands. Ah, but it's worth it for the stories I'll one day have to tell. But truly, if I could only inspire others as I myself have been inspired by those old tales, why, it would be marvelous. Anyway, enough of my prattling. Surely you've other things to do. Oh, it would be my absolute pleasure. For a price, of course. Well, I'll...
Я таки думав, що це вчитель. Тільки не те, що мені потрібно. Не туди спустився. Хоча теоретично можна все вчитися. Ну, пригодиться, тут немає негативу від цього. Але я хочу накопити на галеон.
Deadfire's so different than what I'm used to. Must be for you, too.
Quite different. Even I am not accustomed to this much sailing.
They seem to hold the godlike in high regard. You ever think about staying?
The dukes have liberated me from the burden of making that choice, Adair.
А чому такий значок? А, там, напевно, якась подія буде.
Their souls.
Угу. Хтось вирізав цю гільдію. Враховуючи, яку вони загрозу становлять. Не загроза, а силу. То, це ж змії.
Go no further. There is a situation in the guild hall. All is under control, I say. But the building is closed until Myru cleans up the mess below. Nothing beyond the likes of us, I say. Naga swam in from the waterways of our sanctum. We pressed back until they fled underground. Then Myru gathered her forces for a stand at Pariki's tomb. I am to guard the staircase while she routs the last of them. Kira, but Myru is fierce for her years. I do not know. With great purpose, they throw their bodies back to Rikuhu's bowels. I say, this is personal. They strike with anger, not conviction. We are water shapers. Onikaza knows we can walk over a few snakes. Myru, though, I say she would not turn down reinforcements. Not snakes, I say. Unless they brought a battering ram. Ha! I say you will have to run fast. She could cut through Naga like a harpoon through blubber. I will remain and dispatch any snakes who slither past you. Good hunting.
Що за квест? The Shadow Undead атака? У мене компанія, я так і думав, що треба взяти іншого компаньйончика. Можемо змінити. Блін, не можемо.
Of course.
Так, хіба ми не можемо зробити так?
Chorus.
If you want for company, look no further.
Казав, треба на корабель, йти на корабель. Це прикольна штука. Може створювати зілля таке? Цікаво, воно зникає під собою. Чи воно... А, воно, напевно, миттєво використовується. А, ні. Це всі їх заповнює. Ого, плюс 20 action speed 20. 2 майда, perception 30 секунд. Прикольно, можу всім створити таку штуку. В групі. Цікаво. Можна лозу створити.
Do you need something?
Денсі. Треба ж значок поговорити був. Іду, сам хотів поговорити, а тепер не хочу. Пополюємо на нах, я спробую дізнатися, що вони туди приперлися. Що ж там таке? Стукає. Уже тут наги.
What can I do?
I am stuck.
That dog won't hunt.
Може, кухріна? Це Елла такий тупий. Він пішов. Це штучний інтелект, просто кухря він сюди пішов. Рон наговорив. Чому він сюди пішов?
What can I do?
Hey, watch it with that.
Цей водою, а он накрив всіх.
I'd be glad to.
А в важких боях все одно доведеться керувати вручну кожним, бо це просто якийсь капець. Маг біжить посеред воїнів, інший маг чакрує повз своїх, коротше, накриваючи свої всіх закляттям.
Curse on all snakes.
Ого. Фільмастер не дуже вижила.
Hey,
А вона уціліла.
I'm here.
watch out.
Myru. Oh, gods, look what they've done to you.
Peace, Takehu. I gave back 10 times what I took. Too many, even for me.
Занадто багато.
Holding myself together. More important matters.
You are too stubborn to die, old shark.
For once, Takehu, just listen. The rod of the deep. Ugh, I've lost it. Taken. You'll need to...
Рот of the Deep. Палиця глибин.
Find the rod. Get through the stone door by the entrance. Oh, don't you think I know how much water I've lost? Wards failing. Hurry before it escapes. Pitied Isengati, Lady of Lament, as the pearl orb of the heavens.
Вона говорить.
Myru? Myru? Ngati. She's dead. Myru told us to seek a rod and a door. A vague plea, I say, but I would honor her last wish. The words of Pariki's devotion, I say. An old prayer to Ngati. It must have meant something to her. Akira, the others will see to her once we've cleaned up the last of this mess.
Це я вже дивився. Подивимося, що він скаже.
The wheel. How it tugs at me. Akira. And how bright you look. At least in death, I can complete a thought. My rod and the words of Pariki's devotion will open the way to the inner sanctum, past the sealed door. Pitied is Ngati, Lady of Lament. As the pearl orb of the heavens crosses her view, her eyes well with tears, as constant as rain. But the moon's skyward journey continues apace, the lover's affection as ephemeral as fingers touching. You must strengthen the wards, no matter what it tells you.
Із загадки. Зараз розберемось.
Hey. Watch out.
Yes? What can I do?
Так, хто у нас тут? О, це якась крута. Не крута, а важливіше.
Hey, whose side are you on?
My insides burn.
Stand together.
Second try, I say. Behold me.
О, пробив. Бачите? Це ж я вміння брав. Просто його через неї вбив з нею. Позаду неї цей.
Yes?
Початку. Тотем.
That's me you're hitting!
Але я не подивився, наскільки демедж. А, ми вже забрали, я не помітив. Це в неї було. Угу. Змія.
I'm here. Yeah! I'm here.
Hey, whose side are you on?
Хтось щось там б'є. Дуже боляче. Землетруси створюючи. М. Вона прочитала мене, я не пам'ятаю його. А, ось воно. М. Якщо я правильно послідовність вибрав. Ще разок. А, точно. Аж має бути правильно. Чого? Хіба що я неправильно зрозумів тексту. Що за це? Ви чому неправильно послідовність? Що вже ніби правильно. Дивіться, на гаті. Далі дощ. Місяць. А може спочатку. Це я вже пробував таку послідовність. Ти по знижці її брав? Ти про що? Про цю гру чи про якусь іншу? Я майже все беру по знижці, якщо. Я майже все беру по знижці. Я дуже рідко які ігри купую за повну ціну. Тому можу сказати, що так. 90% ігор я купив по знижці. Блін, я що, як тут все написано? Чому воно не працює? Ну, яка тут послідовність? Капець, просто якісь задки придумують ще. Ні, щоб вони були якимись. Перебирати випадково, тут комбінацій доволі багато. І бачу я. Коротше, пробувати можна різні варіанти. Упс, вибачаюсь.
horror have they kept it down here?
Well, this would be a great fishing story.
Holy gone, but it's beautiful. And I'll bet smart as a whip and just as mean.
Have you come to deliver me from this prison of my own making? I am Skirilophus, Guardian of the Isles.
You ever consider a nickname? Just give it some thought, is all I'm saying.
What is this? One of Andra's whelps?
Hello.
You do not see chains around me, but I am confined all the same. One by one, every link shatters. You can only be here for one reason. You serve the Huana. This prison is built on a foundation of their lies. You stand in the sanctum of the Water Shapers, those who make parlor tricks of Ngati's art. An art in decline. The Huana Covenant has failed. With each grain of sand surrendered to outsiders, Ngati draws her favor away from her chosen people. One struck in a different time, when the gods showered devotion on Huana. The guild hides how their acolytes struggle. Their ancestral forms no longer respond as they once did. Soon, there will be no Water Shapers to remember them. When their mighty talent went into decline, I gave the Huana the strength to raise the very sea against our enemies. For my generosity, they bound me to this chamber by my soul.
This cannot be true, I say.
The half-breed's naivete is charming. I see why you suffer his company. And now the Deadfire dies in my absence. The luminous Adra shrieks in agony, calling out for a guardian. You are a watcher. Of all the kith who could have entered this chamber, how intriguing. what you will. My duty to the archipelago is all that matters. Freedom comes like the tide, and the Deadfire heeds my call. I sense a rod among your belongings. My gift to Pariki, my covenant with the Huana. Another broken promise. It made the enchantments of this prison and can destroy them. It can set me free.
We have a responsibility, I say. But if he speaks truth, the Huana are better served if he remains.
Your opinion is irrelevant, half-breed. To a queen of lies so steadfast? She may not know of me, but she is complicit in this crime all the same. You owe her nothing. The Huana have chartered their doom. I will not mourn their passing. Neither will I speed it along while they stand against the foreign tide. I will tolerate your curiosity. That is a duty as old as the islands themselves. In ages past, there were 3 guardians. They watched over the Isles, the Adra, and lost to Kaizo.
That is similar to the tenets of Ngati's covenant.
You are perceptive for a fish. A city where Kith spoke to gods. The heart of an empire. I know only what I hear. Ukaizo was gone before my time. Even its myth is dust and ashes. Creatures of unparalleled age and power, bound, like me, to strengthen the Huana. If they still lived, no foreign ship would trespass on these islands.
Akara, there is too much running through my head, I say. For another time.
The fish is not ready to know what he only now suspects. Ukaizo is lost beyond all memory. Better to forget that monument of hubris. As outsiders threatened the Isles, the power of the Huana waned. Crafty Pariki sought me out to strike a deal. She used my soul as a crutch for her water shapers. In exchange, she vowed to protect the Adra. I came as an honored guest. The water shapers grew strong, and new conflicts replaced the old. When I resolved to go, my captors left me here, cheated and howling in the dark.
Ricky and her crew forged wards that anchor my soul to this chamber. I am not chained here, but I am compelled to remain. As outsiders threat, she used my soul as a... Indeed. The Huana bite off more than they can chew. I came as an honored guest. When I resolved to go, I have sat still for enough of your questions. Will you release me, or must this end with blood? It contains a fragment of my soul, gifted willingly to share of my strength. The Huana twisted it against me, just as they twist themselves. Riki and her mages crafted this prison with the rod you carry. The rod could destroy the wards as well. Your inspection is irrelevant. I have seen enough of these walls for the both of us. The wards are the bars of my prison, and the rod you carry can bend them apart like stalks of wheat. If you think it prudent, time has weakened the wards enough that I can leave this cell without you. There will be a debt of pain that I have no wish to incur. Betray me, and I will summon as many waves of Naga as it takes to shatter this prison.
What can I do? Indeed. I can feel the weight of this pit diminishing around me. Do not stop now. The next ward. Make haste. What can I do? Of course. Indeed. I'm here.
burden of this prison is lifted, I will return to the beloved Atra. Mercy. Only for those who showed mercy to me. The rest. Should your hopes darken on the high seas, you will feel a welcome chill as my shadow passes over your deck. Depend on it.
Captain, a word. When I joined the guild, I was a fish in a dream. Water Shapers were the keepers of our oldest covenant, protectors of history, heroes, I say. Now I see the guild only for what it has become. Ikera, a perversion of the oldest Juana art. If the guild cannot depend on its own teachings, then difficult times lie ahead of us all. I do not want to tarry in this house of regret a moment longer. My thoughts will be clearer in time. You are kind to listen, I say.
Onikaza will want your report, I say. Pariki should have known we could not keep a dragon forever.
What madness has its clutches around Pariki's overlook? The mountain shakes, bellows of anguish echo over the wind. And a shadow rose from the streets to cover Queen's Birth on its way to the sea. Now the traders look to me for answers I do not have. Nothing but panic and contradiction make their way to my ears. Tell me what happened. You do not jest.
About many things, Highness. Not this, I say.
For what did the Guild endanger my city with this creature? I will hear Myru's report. No, to lose a teacher of Myru's skill while Rawatai points their cannons at us? Tekehu, my sympathies. I know yours was a turbulent apprenticeship.
Makera, the Guild, they fought bravely, Highness.
Send every bird from my master water shapers. Tell them to cleave the ocean in half if they must. They will come to Nekataka now. I once told Myru she was not allowed to retire while Rawatai's fleet darkened my ports. Nagati is not done testing me, I say. Pariki was a whaler before she took up Nagati's art. I say her largest trophy was a secret, well kept. Kahanga legends tell us that our ancestors made compacts with the creatures of the Deadfire. Send for Ranga Hauhua of the Wapua tribe. If she could soften the hearts of my cats, I say dragons are not beyond her.
Ikera, but I cannot believe... Highness, would you trap another of Ngati's ancient pets?
I would go any distance to protect my people. Can Nagati's chosen say the same? Speak on, Watcher. As surely as a tide swelling over the shore, I feel you are not finished. Then Pariki's students had an advantage in their lessons, I say, and Myru's after her, all at the cost of this beast's freedom. If water shaping is not as our ancestors taught it, we cannot reckon how much of the original form we have lost. What became of the dragon, Watcher? If the power of this beast strengthened our guild. No, I say. Nagati close her teeth around your boat and Wodika scrawl your name in her log of disgrace. A favor? Amira, save me from your charity. If my apprentices struggle to learn Nagati's art, then we have no hope of replenishing the ranks. And I do not have the luxury of patience. I cannot keep Rawatai in check if they do not recognize our strength. The guild can outlast this, but our enemies will test us beyond what we can endure. You think I do not know this? An ally of the crown would do anything to preserve our way of life, to see that the Huana prosper, I say. Water Shapers have kept this city in the hands of the Kahanga. A queen cannot do this alone. You may work off your debt to the crown. I will swallow my pride if it keeps an ally under my roof. Thank the goddess. Pray that she finds you worthy of service. My water-shaping masters will arrive soon, and I say the guild will be stronger for their guidance. But a queen's work is not finished until she has endured all of Nagati's trials. I could send birds to every Ranga and rally them to our cause, but Neketaka needs more than strength. We need pure Huana fury. We need the Wahaki. My brother calls the Wahaki the last true Huana. He's severe on the Kahanga, but I do not call him wrong. I'd be surprised if you haven't traded blood with them once or twice in the past. The tribe hates all foreigners. Passing ships are attacked on sight, and explorers never make it back to the beach. They will at least let you talk while they knock their arrows, I say. I have hesitated to let the trading companies see my teeth, but those days are behind us. Filling the seas with Wahaki war canoes will strike terror in the heart of even Rawatai's iron fleet. Sail for the Isle of Oriokoiki and return when you have an answer from the tribe, whether fair or foul. The island lies northwest of Neketaka. There is a phrase which will protect my royal herald. Over crumbling mountains, across blighted seas. If you remember this, it could save your life. Write it down if you must, but recall it when the time comes. The Wahaki are not a trusting people.
Цікаво, що репутацію ми майже не втратили після цього. Водяний... А, точно. Думав просто вийти. Зберегтись, зберегтись можна і тут. Він тепер не знає, що робити.
And to my tribe, the Water Shapers were keepers of the past, our connection to the ancestors. How the guild heaped praise on Ngati's chosen. How they congratulated themselves for acquiring me, I say. My cage was a gilded one. Their dragon, He was not so lucky. Captain, we are talking about me. There are no small comparisons to be made. The guild teaches a likeness of Ngati's art, for shame. But they posture before outsiders like masters of old. To inspire the world with Ngati's gift. This is my calling. None of this changes how I feel when I practice the forms. Like swimming over an ocean trench, I say. But Pariki twisted my art into a perversion, an echo of what it should be. The guild must change for the Huana to grow. I say that as Ngati's message delivered through her son's mouth.
І що тепер будеш робити?
I will bring a change not seen since the days of our ancestors. Our legends speak of the covenant with Ngati, one that defined the tribes for generations. The ancestors gave her unwavering devotion, and she gave them a gift. Losing Ukaizo severed our connection to the gods. Over time, their gifts diminished. The tribes have never needed Ukaizo more. With Ngati's blessing, I would bring Ukaizo to them.
І як?
The bleached bones of the past? Lewd sculptures? No one knows what the Huana left behind, and there is little enough for us to guess by. An island, a city, a dream. The best of our people, before Cataclysm buried it under ash and waves. Others call it the heart of the Huana Empire. More still, call it home. Ikera, talent like mine was once effortless, I say. Our birthright as Huana. Our ancestors could raise islands or divide the seas. No warship could stand against us. Now only a fraction of us remember. I say it is obvious now that Ngati brought me into the world to do this for the Huana. Whatever we find, what better crew than friends to find lost Ukaizo on treacherous seas? Ikera?
I'm glad we got him excited. Makes me wish I knew how to sail.
Or we could visit the bathhouse for a nice quiet soak. Just a thought.
Did you hear that? We're friends, him and I.
Captain, you have let the handsome fish do all the talking. I needed this. Thank you. Ikera, let us be off.
Зараз знову почитаємо, що там. Може щось не те, що він говорить насправді. А, ні, це он зараз буде мені щось говорити.
My handsome fish is intimidated by his own potential. How upsetting for him. See the anxiety that takes shelter behind his confident smile? He has worn that since he was old enough to swim. I could always plant the Covenant in his dreams, but that would spoil the fun of Ukaizo. My final test for the Juana.
Ох, ці вже боги. Final test for the Juana. Боги самі. Ну, коротше, він не такий обраний, як він думає. Але ми йому це не скажемо.
Help him to rise up from crawling. Help him to stand and walk as a man. As a god.
Still with us, Captain? I had no desire to bore you with my inane chatter.
А може навпаки, вона щось на нього таке запланувала, невідомо що. Саме цікаво, що ми виросли з усіх квестів фактично по рівню. О, зараз почитаємо, що це таке. Я так розумію, це єдиний квест, який з нею зв'язаний. Може, вдасться поговорити перед тим, як турмувати це без запрошення. Треба хоча б в день зайти, а не вночі. Найманці. Почекай з конфліктами, я вдень зайду. Ще зранку. О, нічого не змінилось? З ними можна говорити? Серйозно? А, точно.
This is my estate, not a beachside hut. You invite this information so freely. Is it your first time?
А може... Блін, чому так?
Yes?
Found it! It usually works.
А ну, постріл. А, ось він як пробиває. Позаду. Прикольно, не даремно взяв цю пасиву. Я ще не зможу скласти мапу, тому треба всі шматки. Денник пірата. Ну, повністю позитивним героєм нас не назвеш, це точно.
Candles and bombs. Used to work a farm. Thank you, ma'am.
— 18 нафармив штук. Кожна коштує 310? Exceptional за 1401 коштує. Один залишив. 7000. Отаке. До речі, якщо в мене є версія Exceptional, навіщо мені... У мене взагалі ніякі ці каралага. Ну, тобто, exceptional і fine. Fine не потрібно, якщо exceptional. Можу взагалі все продати. Так, це по чому ціні? Це value 2400, і 200. Думаю, всі файні можна продати. Так що ми поки що залишимо. Взагалі звичайні. І продати. Продати. Так, ці всі штуки, які просто для краси мені не потрібні. Краса красою, а практичність. Краса буде потім. Спочатку практичність. О, у мене 130 тисяч, а ці наскільки тільки що продав. На 1000 так... Ну, було 70, здається, так? 57 тисяч. Так. Найт.
Supplies! Get your supplies here!
А, ось воно. О, з неї конструктор. Поговоримо, дізнаємось. Може щось.
Leading me dry. All I needed was a few damn components. What? I haven't the time necessary to illuminate you. Be on your way. I'm here. Certainly. Leading me dry. Oh, not this again. There's a dozen of you fools in every city.
За неї не тільки тут полюють. А можна мені встигнути втікти? Били мого дворинку. Чого таке?
Nothing I can do.
О, підняли. Де він? А, він лежить.
I'm here.
Опс, це на 4 рівня вище. Секундочку. О, вони імунні. Не імунні, вони дуже сильний захист мають проти ріжучої, колючої. Я дуже мало шкоди їм наношу.
Yes? I'm here.
Хто це там мене ще б'є? Хтось вогнем дихнув. Це хто?
Yes? Nothing I can do. I'm here. Yes. I'm no help here.
Упс, на мене пішов. Це так працює? А, це дійсно стрибок? Едер там з одним б'ється собі спокійно і не хвилюється. О, воскрес.
What can I do? It's no use.
Ти сюди, Едер, я знаю, ти розірвеш зв'язок, але... А мені треба, щоб хтось тримав їх. О, пробиває, причому мене не зараз ззаду. Ну як? Так от пробиває. Коли я по цьому пробиваю. А чому ці прийшли? А чому ті почали бити мене? Ну, випадково, напевно, когось зачепив. Ну, капець. Можу спробувати відвести. Ніч, тут люди ходять собі як день просто. О, тут нікого немає. Єдиний стигнуться, мені доведеться...
Leading me dry. What? I haven't the time necessary to illuminate you. Be on your way. Oh, not this again.
Бігти. А я встигну чи ні?
Could be trouble.
Зігейч отримав дуже боляче. У мене не було варіантів, мені треба було це зробити.
I'm here.
Ох, Едер туди так стрибнув класно. Питання тепер, чи він витримає.
Nothing I can do. Oh, yes?
I'm here.
This is futile.
Sorry, friend. I can't.
Stand together.
А може через це? Його так.
Yes? No use. That's for my.
I'm here. That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
Ага. О, ми вбили когось. Отдачею мирного. Я не зрозумів, як то сталося, але... Вони не хочуть йти. Ну, можна спробувати якось спустити вниз його, чи що, не знаю. Або я взагалі відкладу цей квест. Я поговорю ще з цією дамочкою, я не знаю, хто вона така. Якийсь пірат. Тільки для початку ми зайдемо сюди. Глянемо, чи варто мені переходити зараз на галеон, сідати на новий корабель чи ні. Ох. Звичайно, ми не могли просто пробігти непоміченими. Якийсь паломник чи віруючий, не зрозуміло. Не зрозуміло, до чого ця розмовка. До чого ця розмова була. А, ми можемо відразу подивитися. А, ми навіть не змістилися. Але тут незручно, треба зберегтись. Хоча, чому незручно? Мені не обов'язково йти до нього. До майстра, щоб вибрати. Так. Що це нам дасть, я не знаю. Ні, ну, звичайно, воно тут дасть нам кращий корабель, все таке, але можна буде ставити до каюту, яка в мене вже куплена. Ну, давайте перевіримо. 90 залишиться 40 тисяч. Іншим треба глянути спочатку характеристики свої. А звідки він? Де він дівся? Він тут опинився після відміни. Цікаво. Може краще накупити апгрейдів потім. Ну, але нема сенсу апгрейди купувати, як... До речі, що там Джанк? Там Джанк чомусь саме дорогий. Тут все те саме. Тут 4, а тут 3. А, там рахуються всі, навіть каноніри. Для керування кораблем. Цікаво. Маленька люка. Ця маленька люка швидше є 30% швидкість руху. Збільшує. Він дуже живучий, але в бою він 40 метрів рухається. Такий повільненький. Це таке базове. Воно виглядає на хірурга. Так, бою менш повільніше, що повільніше, що очевидніше було, ну, розміри. Тревел той самий. Якийсь вийшов. Краще зробити. Буде швидше. Ой, однієї не вистачило. Можна поставити. Ось так я. Мінус 2. Тут все те саме залишилось. Ну, тобто буквально пересів, залишилось все те саме. Єдине, що треба наняти ще одного. Наніра, або з когось зробити. Боже, вони обидва п'янички. Новачок, повар, ну... Вчиться на канонір. У мене є професіонал-повар. Добре, експерт. Експерт, причому ящер. Жита головка, ладерська отговорка. Я не знаю, до чого це. Треба глянути, як воно виглядати буде. Різко, да. Я вже зараз буду завершувати, напевно, цю сесію. Йдемо на кораблик, глянемо, як він виглядає. Але вон. Може колись і джанк спробує, може ні, хоча треба було б зараз спробувати. Це вже такий серйозний корабель. У нього, до речі, тут аж 1, 2, ясно, воно 2, 3, 4. Тут 8 штук, але в мене 4. Тут одна з тих, що я поставив, тут 2 представляє собою. Ось 2 коротких. Ці такі звичайні, тобто вони навіть тут відповідають. Це вже солідний кораблик, солідний. Мені треба більшу команду. Прикольно, що двор за цим. За штурвалом. Він ледь вище половини його розміру. О, тут уж серйозніше все виглядає.
Is there something you wanted to talk about? You only have to ask.
Так, а в мене є, знаєте що? О. Капітанську цю каюту, можна її поставити сюди? І як це працює? А, вона вже змінилася, так? Не те хотів натиснути, але... Це просто трішки гарніше. Трішки декор, напевно, на стіни. Тому що вона не могла збільшитись в розмірі, очевидно ж. Ну так, тут так і написано. 40 тисяч. Можна спробувати закупити ще щось. Але там, здається, 20 тисяч, 12, треба глянути, коротше. Зараз ще розгляну в порту, що там. Повністю, звісно, виходити з грошей теж не можна. Угу, 22 тисячі з половиною. Тисячі. Мінус 5 комбат, ізометра бойова, мінус 2 подорож відсотка, але 15 корпус. Але, в принципі, там стільки корпуса. 16 тисяч. Combat Speed, Travel Speed. 5 Combat Speed. Ну, Travel я зараз це не ходжу, а ось Travel можна купити. Заодно залишиться 24 з хвостиком, менше 24. На все про все. Незрозуміло, яким чином сталевий якор збільшує швидкість руху, але... А, це перманентні апгрейди, їх вже не можна зняти. Зрозуміло. Ми майже дістались до тої швидкості в бою попереднього корабля. Напевно, більше вже корабля не буде змінити. Хіба що якийсь там легендарний десь вдасться захопити. А як мені позбутися корабля? Я не бачу способу його покласти кудись. Чи продати, чи щось таке. Тому що тут кількість обмежена, якщо я захочу ще купити. А потім раптом накопичу на ще щось, і місця не буде. Може колись поекспериментую. Так, я думаю, на сьогодні ця серія... На сьогодні Pillars of Eternity достатньо. Небагато прийшли, але... Але вже що є. Наступного разу підемо, напевно, по побічним. Пливемо на південний захід. Потім на захід.